Yo, check it out, I gotta speak the truth about the hardest working small channel in the crypto booth. He's the crypto father.
One thing I've always said is that markets always go up. Regardless of the ups and downs and the pitfalls and the recessions and regressions, in the grand scheme of things, all markets go up. That's the one trajectory that they have. To drive this point home, let me share this graph with you. This is a stock market graph, history graph of the Dow Jones Industrial Average, 1900 till present. You notice that there are ups and downs, dips and pumps. At the bottom there are years. I think this is the recession of, or the crash of 1932. Right here, there was a massive pump right here before that, and then a recession in 1932. And so despite all the peaks and the turmoil and the catastrophes, the economic catastrophes that follow all the pumps, one thing is for sure, you can see that the chart continues to move up on its relentless move upwards. And so it goes with all money, because unfortunately so far we have not discovered, humanity has not discovered a form of currency that doesn't cause inflation. For every dollar printed and every dollar loaned from the Federal Reserve or from the federal bank to the governments, every bank expects a return. And so for every dollar printed, there is an interest attached to it, and in order to satisfy that interest, more money has to be printed, because where does the interest come from? It has to be produced from somewhere. And so it's a continuous cycle of printing and manufacturing of money, which causes these rises and these dips, and overall causes a massive increase in prices. And so this is what we see on the Dow Jones Industrial Average. And it is the exact same thing when you look at cryptocurrency markets. If you look at the Bitcoin chart on the monthly, you will notice that there are ups and downs. But from the inception, it was a given that an asset that is meant to be an exchange, a means of exchange, a form of payment, will go up in value. And so this is the case with Bitcoin. Now, I'm not talking about a lot of the altcoins, because a lot of the altcoins are based on projects, and those are based on the success or failures of those projects. But in case of coins like Bitcoin, if it is deemed to be an asset, and putting aside the idea of it being a scam, which already has been established that it is not, and it's not going anywhere, the prediction is that the chart for Bitcoin will continue to go up. And if you look at the Bitcoin chart compared to that of Dow Jones, obviously the Bitcoin chart has had a much shorter lifespan, with an inception date of 2009. 2009 would be right here in the form of a complete flat line before we see a little bump and then a massive increase. And so where will this go? We could be looking at $500,000. It's quite possible in this bull market. Maybe not just yet, but we did hit $93,000 overnight. Look at this massive candle. This is on the monthly. If we go to the weekly, I mean, the situation doesn't change, but you can see 2 weeks of green candles, and the trajectory of the market is continuous upward movement. If I had known this, if I had been aware of this a lot sooner, I would have saved myself a lot of Ethereum. I would have had a lot of ETH since 2017 instead of blowing it up on stupid ICOs. I would have kept that Ethereum and made a lot more bank than throwing it away and exchanging it for silly ICO tokens for projects that went nowhere, that went bust half the time. So essentially, if you had purchased some crypto in 2017 or 2018 and just held it until now, through all the dips, through all the recessions, you would have still had the exact same amount of Ethereum or Bitcoin, but obviously you would have been in profit, and a lot more profit. So the point I'm trying to make is that crypto is not going anywhere. It's here to stay, and over time you will see an increase in the value of Bitcoin, of assets like Bitcoin, and most likely Ethereum, because Ethereum is not going anywhere. But so we have hit $93,000. Quick look at the market cap. The market cap is still at $3 trillion. $550 billion have been added to it. Almost $400 billion in trading volume, which is a pretty huge amount. It's basically 100% increase from what we saw during over the past few months in the bear market. So that means that there's a lot more money flowing into the market. Ethereum is above $3,000. Solana $211. Cardano has finally made it to the 10th spot at 57 cents, and that is after a small retracement because it broke above $60, above 60 cents. Man, $60, that would be a nice Freudian slip there. That would be a nice price tag. It broke above 60 cents and it retraced a little bit since then. Even Meowcoin is pumping. Meowcoin is right now at 123,407, so a nice pump of 12% over the past 24 hours. So that's nice to see. A lot of pumpage. BlackRock's Bitcoin ETF hits record volume. This is one of the driving forces. I mean, the instigator was obviously the election result, but this caused a massive inflow of money into funds like the BlackRock's Bitcoin ETF. So the positive out of the evil that is BlackRock is that there's a lot more interest in Bitcoin, and obviously that's why we're seeing a massive inflow of money, of funds into crypto, despite the fact that it's not bought outright, that it's just money that is going into a company that holds Bitcoin itself. By the way, IBIT, interesting tidbit. Whatever this stands for, it could be in Bitcoin, I trust. BlackRock's Bitcoin ETF is seeing significant attention from investors, blowing through volume records yesterday. What's the scoop? Record volume. BlackRock's spot Bitcoin ETF generated an impressive $4.5 billion in trading volume on Monday, marking a new high. Since last week's election results, Bitcoin has continued to rally, reaching new all-time high and approaching the $90,000 mark. This article was released a couple of days ago. I was going to report about it yesterday, but I chose to do something else instead. But by now, we are at $93,000. Again, Bitcoin retraced a little bit, but we did touch $93,000, and it doesn't look like Bitcoin is about to make a massive retracement. There will be some profit taking but for the most part, it is go time. Bankless stake, a key driver of Bitcoin's appeal, is former President Trump's favorite stance on the crypto space. While no concrete action has been taken, his outlook has increased investors' confidence. Basically, Trump has already stated on numerous occasions that he is going to put Bitcoin on the balance sheets, on the US American balance sheets, and he's looking at purchasing quite possibly up to 1 million Bitcoin on the balance sheets. Elon Musk and Vivek Ramaswamy have been implemented as the lead heads for the Department of Government Efficiency, which they coined Doge. So, I mean, there's crypto flowing everywhere left and right, and Doge is being implemented. People are talking about Doge replacing the US dollar, which is ridiculous because then Doge is inflationary. There is more Doge being produced every single day as it's getting mined. So there is no cap on it. So replacing Doge with US dollar is probably replacing one evil with the other. The whole problem with US dollars is that it's being printed constantly, which is causing inflation and massive increase in prices. And Doge is no different. It would be the same thing, just in a cryptocurrency form. Wall Street turns bullish on Ethereum with record inflows to ETH ETFs. Ethereum exchange-traded funds have seen 5 consecutive days of net positive inflows for the first time, suggesting Wall Street investors have turned bullish on ETH. I mean, people have been bullish on ETH for a long time, and they should have been since 2017 at least. Like I said, if I had kept my ETH instead of wasting it on stupid ICOs that went nowhere, I would have been in a much better position. So the best idea for crypto is to pick up some ETH right now. And even, if you have the money, you can cash out over this bull run. But even if you don't, and you are a firm believer, which you should be, stick around for the next couple of decades if you have the time to living, and you will be in the money. Because like I said, looking at the charts, remember that all markets, despite of what is going on in between, despite the turmoil, all markets continue to go up. And when you purchase cryptocurrencies, it's not buying shares in a company. When a company goes bust, the shares become useless. They drop down to zero. When the price of Bitcoin goes up, it's similar to gold, it stays up. Or, I mean, if there are dips, which there will be dips, but overall the markets do continue to go up. The number of Bitcoin addresses has gone from 766,000 on November the 3rd to over 1.18 million by November 12th, which means that a lot more people are now getting involved. A lot more people are jumping on the bandwagon. They're FOMOing in. A lot of Bitcoin is being sold, and not to mention the fact that places like BlackRock and other VCs are buying, snapping off Bitcoin because they know that there is an interest in Bitcoin and they want to make Bitcoin available for their customers, and so they need to keep their stash full. Basically, there's a lot more Bitcoin being bought up than there is produced. Miners are not able to keep up with the production of Bitcoin at the same pace that it is being bought up by large institutions. Data indicated that buyers selling recently started accumulating as far back as May 2023. Those that held up until recently have enjoyed over 200% gains during those 18 months. According to CryptoQuant, these are mid-term holders whose average entry point was within the $28,000 price range. And the question was, is this the end of the latest bullish wave? And it seems like it hasn't been. This is looking at a peak of $87,000. This was yesterday retracement. If you go on the daily, we had a red candle here, but then the following day we had a massive pump to $93,000. And if you look at the volume is staggering. Look at this massive candle. Even on this, there was a huge sell volume, but the next candle has a massive buy volume. And so this could be just traders taking profits and re-entering the market right after that. Additionally, more exchanges are jumping on the bandwagon. Robinhood doubles down on crypto with listing of Solana, XRP, PEPE, and Cardano. So now that there's money flowing in, the bull market is properly starting, and the opportunities for making money all of a sudden are coming to the forefront. And so exchanges like Robinhood and Coinbase are beginning to add more cryptocurrencies because they know that when the FOMO kicks in, there is going to be a lot more people. Retail begins to join the game, and there's going to be a lot more money flowing into the crypto market. They're adding Solana, Cardano, PEPE, and XRP. Not sure why they're adding XRP, but they're adding it. They already have Bitcoin, Ethereum, Dogecoin, Chainlink, AVAX, and Avalanche, and Aave. And now they're adding these 4 more. Ethereum researchers unveil smart transactions to make the world computer a reality. So this is another point on the Ethereum. Smart transactions will unlock a so-called time machine, a way to develop smart contracts that respond to future events to enable consumer-grade hybrid applications. Ethereum is being continuously developed, and so this is what I mean when I say it's not going anywhere. Just like Bitcoin. Bitcoin's got its place, you know, it's the gold standard of cryptocurrencies, but Ethereum is a project that is being developed and people are working on it, and it's got a massive support. Love it or hate it, call it centralized, decentralized, whatever you want to call it, it's here to stay. It is the king of all the smart contracts. I mean, this is the platform, this is the crypto that started all the craze of cryptocurrency smart contracts. And we already see articles for ADA coming out saying that we may possibly see an ADA price as high as $2.77. And I hope it's going to be a lot more than that, because I mean, it topped out at $3 last bull market. So if we're going to see a massive rise in Bitcoin and a massive inflows of funds into the market cap, the overall crypto market cap, then we're going to see Cardano breach well below, above its all-time high and hopefully hit $4 to $5 or more in this bull cycle. Based on current analysis, ADA could soar to 139% within 3 months, while the 1-year prognosis forecasts an amazing 168% increase. The 6-month view is even more hopeful, predicting a 159% rise. Analysts are hopeful that ADA will hit $7.77, with some predictions calling for a 1,700% increase. Even though it's just a prediction, this massive price goal shows how far ADA has come and how big the market could be. Now, I am completely unopposed to a $7 ADA. I welcome it wholeheartedly. you'd like to know how long this bull market is going to last, or get a hint of how long it will last. Yes, I was talking about it last time in my last video, or 2 days ago. Hive Digital buys 6,500 ASICs, starts Paraguay construction. Hive Digital is a Canadian Nasdaq listed Canadian miner, and they've purchased 6,500 Canaan Avalon miners, and these are going to be delivered between December and March 2025. So the first 500 ASICs were delivered in the second week of November, with 4 more shipments coming through the first quarter of 2025. They will boost Hive Digital's hash rate, and obviously that is going to stretch at least into March. So if you are worrying, if you're curious, if you're wondering about how long this bull market is going to go for, we're looking at least March. That's when the last batch of these miners are going to be put in, which means that the hash rate for Bitcoin is going to continuously increase. And so we could expect the price to continue flowing up, which would fall right within the top attention zone of mine right here, but also would be only 11 months away from the halving that occurred just recently in April, which would make it right on schedule, because we're expecting to see the top of the market around between 12 to 18 months. So at around the 11 months time, we'd see the last batch of these miners being shipped and put into working and implementation. And then from there, 11 months, anywhere between 11 months and 18 months of time up to October. But I mean, I wouldn't wait that long, but up to the month of October, we would probably see the end of the bull market. So that's the scoop. Whatever you do, keep in mind, cryptocurrency is not going anywhere. Bitcoin is not going anywhere. This should be a massive bull run, and I hope to make a load of cash, and I hope for you to make a lot of cash as well. Make sure to smash the like, subscribe to the channel for good luck. Do it for good luck. I hope to see you next video. Oh, pick up the Send wallet if you are interested in that. This is a fabulous biometric wallet, the only biometric wallet with a big display, large display. You can get $130 off on the purchase of these bad boy, 2 of these bad boys, with my ref link. Follow the ref link below the video, or you get $50 off on purchase of 1 of these items. Same with my ref link, so follow the ref links below. This is a special for the Crypto Father gang. Make sure you pick one up, and I will see you in another video tomorrow. Have a fantastic Thursday. Thank you for tuning in. Peace.